Driving adoption of digital products is the holy grail for tech businesses. Martin, you're the director of a business which has done just this in the professional services space. How did you make this happen?
Yeah, it's a really interesting question. There's probably a book on that, to be honest, because it's a fairly well-trodden path. You know, it's some agencies special software agencies dream about getting into product development because, you know, the agency model is a bit of a treadmill. You've got a project, you work your hardest as a team to do that. The customer's happy at the end, and then you've got a new project and it's all over again, and it just sometimes can feel a bit like, oh, you know, we're doing all this for the time, you know, we're paid by the hour. Can be a bit soul destroying. So it is a dream of a lot of software consultancies to move into products, but it can be tricky, and we learned a lot over the last 15 years. One of the most important things is about the change in how you price, the pricing model. So with an agency mindset, for ages, we were still very fixated on, you know, how much can we get from our software by selling a one-off license, because that's a big chunk of money that we're used to seeing. And agencies think in those terms. Oh, we've signed off for 200K project. Hooray, let's go and, you know, crack the champagne. And it took us, I would say, too long to understand the power of MRR versus, you know, a one-off chunk of money for a software license. You know, I think this is a big advantage of SaaS actually, which is that it almost forces companies to have a really good ongoing relationship with their clients. So if you're in an agency mindset, of course, you know, we had repeat business from very good clients, but ultimately when you finish a project, there's a sense of relief, and it's like, right, done there, let's move on to the next client or the next project. And you just can't do that with SaaS. You've got to protect the ongoing revenue, and that's a benefit to both you and the client, who then gets a really good service and sort of treatment on an ongoing basis. Eric and I were both tech guys. You know, we were computer programmers back in the day. We started a business, and in the early days we were very tech focused. We just love what we do, and we love recruiting people who love what we do. So, and that's still the case now. So we never took on funding. We sort of bootstrapped. We paid for the development of our products through the consultancy work initially, and we paid for our second product, Dash, through we reinvested the sort of profits we've got from the company. I think we were a bit too tech focused for too long. And, you know, there is that old adage that's been around since the dot-com days of you need to spend half your budget on marketing. You know, that was for startups, wasn't it, that they used to say. It took us a long time to realize that there was more than just creating really good software products. You know, we did have that mentality of we just concentrate on building really good software and having really good relationships, and everyone will come to us. And I think actually, interestingly, with customer advocacy, which is now really taken off in SaaS and B2B, I think that's more of a thing. But for quite a few years, I think we sort of undersold ourselves. We took far too long to understand marketing, and that we actually even needed to do it. And we took too long to understand branding as well. You know, we had a very authentic brand because we'd never actually put any effort into, you know, branding and brand consistency. So that's something for tech companies, but that was a big learning exercise for us, that we can't just focus on the tech and the customers and everything will be, you know, turn out great.
The digital revolution is certainly here, and there are huge opportunities. Build new products, reach new markets, recurring revenue. The key challenge will be for business leaders to adjust their mindset away from the tech side and more towards business models, customer advocacy and marketing.